Hey guys, welcome back to Talking About Sports with Rahman. So, on this week's blog segment on Talking About Sports with Rahman, I'll be diving into the insight of the Warriors vs Knights game that happened on Friday night in Christchurch. Yeah, so just a little bit of history. The Knights have only actually won 2 of their last 17 games played in New Zealand. So now they've actually only won 2 of their last 18 games. So basically, once in every 9 games, they'll actually turn up and win against the Warriors in New Zealand. And yeah, that was the first Anzac Day win that the Warriors have won over a decade. So it was a fantastic result. The boys, will be very confident going into Magic Round against the Cowboys on Saturday night. So Magic Rounds in Brisbane, Suncorp, across 3 days, Friday to Sunday, with 2 games Friday, 3 on Saturday as well as Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting weekend in Brisbane for the boys, but also all the other sides that are playing. Unfortunately, Manly, you miss out this year. But yeah, they've been shocking Manly in terms of watching their overall performances. They had a good hit out against the Panthers recently. I'll just double check that. I am pretty sure. Panthers versus Manly. Yeah, they smashed Manly in round 7 as far as I'm aware at CommBank. So, no, round 8. So they go into the round 9 with a bye. But yeah, another news, basically, the Warriors, they turned up for the second week in a row. And I'm not too fully sure if it's just, a terrible Knights side at the moment. But personally, I've been watching the Knights form the last couple of weeks, and they have been, dropping significant games, especially at home. They dropped, a big game there, which proved costly for their season. And hence why they're, 14th, 15th on the ladder versus the Warriors, who are in the top 4 for yet another week. Would you believe that? Yeah, and, the draw for the Warriors has not actually been easy. They played, the Raiders, Storm, Broncos, Roosters, Manly, all in the first, 5-8 weeks of the competition. So, as we're going up against the Cowboys, they've looked to find a bit of form recently. They struggled, in the first 2-3 matches of the season. But yeah, they just look at the odds. Todd Payton's, his coaching career is on the line, and he's, basically just showed up with the squad he has, and anything can happen on match day. And, we see the Cowboys smash the Titans 50 points to 18 at Queensland Bank County Stadium. So, in a way, I feel that they potentially had the advantage at Brisbane, but, I think most of the fans of the Warriors will turn up for that match, and, we'll be gunning. We'll be hoping that the boys can get the job done. That game against the Knights, 26-12, they absolutely smashed them. And it was a great match. I watched that Friday night, and I was thinking to myself, wow, the boys have won consecutive wins in a row now, 26-12. And it was played in Christchurch with, we have a pretty good record down in Christchurch, and they've sealed the deal for another 3 seasons down in Christchurch around Anzac time. So I'm really stoked for the boys. Just having a look at the details there online, I was able to see I was able to see, Jackson Ford actually turned up, held the ball most of the game, had a great game. Adam Pompey scored the first try, as well as a double in the 71st minute. So, we had our centre, but also, edge and middle forward, have a really good hit out. And Metcalf's kicking wasn't too bad, but personally I felt that, against the Knights, the most important thing was to score tries. And, leading 16-0 at half-time, that proved to be really costly for the Knights, but, in favour for the Warriors. And they got a pretty big turnout at Christchurch at Apollo Project Stadium, also where the Crusaders play currently until they get their stadium up and running. But yeah, what's happening with the Knights? I mean, there's rumours that Kalen Ponga is thinking of leaving the Knights with this big, multi-million-dollar deal that Dylan Brown has signed on for next season with the Knights, 10 years. Wow. But yeah, personally, I think it's around the 10-year mark or something of that caliber. But personally, the Knights are in dire shreds early in the season. And, if we look at Penrith at the bottom of the ladder, their points differential is not that far off. And they're only 4 points out from the top 8. So they're still right in there. I did pick the Broncos against Penrith for Magic Round on the basis that it is at Suncorp Stadium in front of, Brisbane Broncos fans primarily. And, the Panthers, their form has actually been all over the place in the first 2 months of the competition. But, for the Warriors, for the boys, we go into the game against the Cowboys with, hopefully 3 games on the trot that we can win against the Cowboys. And, all these wins early on in the season are so crucial for the boys. Reason being for this is that, injuries plague teams throughout mid-season to end of season. And, the great thing about this at the moment is that we are in the top 4. And we do have, Roger out, Dallins out, Rocco Berry might be playing this game against the Cowboys. We still have selection of picks to pick between Te Maire Martin, Tanner Boyd in the halves. But, who's been a real star for me? Oh, as well as Fish being out. So hopefully he comes back shortly soon. But, the last 2 weeks, the boys have really stepped up with all these injuries out. They were lucky to definitely get the win against the Broncos at home last week. But, yeah, the weekend with the Knights, we're piling points on, and that's good to see. It's good to see that against the bottom sides, we can have a gritty win, but also win by plus 12 or over. Against those top sides, a win is a win at all costs early in the season. But, if we want to get our points differential up in the plus, in the positive, we need to smash bottom sides. And I mean smash them like significantly, at least 12 points and above. The Cowboys will be a tight match in Brisbane. I am picking the Warriors by 2 points for that game. I think, we always have quite a bit of a record against the Cowboys. And, I will say that they are definitely one of our bogey teams. We played them, quite significantly. We have a pretty good win-loss ratio percentage against them. It'll be interesting to see come Saturday night, 7:30, Magic Round, game 4 that kicks it off into the weekend. Yeah, it'll be great. I'm looking forward to that match. And, with Origin slowly coming up in the next couple of weeks, within the next month, all these wins early on, just cements what happens in the Origin period, because most likely Mitch Barnett and Wade Egan, they will be either playing for Queensland or New South Wales, etc. Highly likely both for New South Wales. So, anyways, the noise is out the back. Working on the streets at the moment. But yeah, other news in terms of the NRL, top 4 is great. It is great to be in the top 4 for another week. So that's all in the Warriors news this week. I will say, it's great that players are stepping up to the table, and a stand-up player for me so far this season, definitely, I can name a few of the players. Chance has been fantastic at fullback. Adam Pompey has really had a good season so far, and Chance. Chance has definitely had a fantastic hit out in the fullback position. Adam Pompey, I can definitely say he's turned up, but Chanel Harris-Tavita, he's finding his form in the halves with Luke Metcalf, and Mitch Barnett is definitely carrying that leadership side of things there. And hopefully when the Fish comes back, the boys can be, still in the top 4 maybe, we've lost 1 or 2 games here or there. But, we're only 4 to 5 weeks away from being mid-season. So hopefully we can get, our star players back. We can get those wins still rolling, and we can keep the chemistry going into the later end of the season. Thanks, guys. Bye.